Hey, it's A Nikki Beyond the Scene and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another beat with me. I just got back from New York. I'm a little tired. I'm a little full because I went to a few restaurants today. And by a few, I actually went to 2 restaurants today. I had breakfast and then I had a little bit of dinner. It was really good. Well, the first restaurant was good. The second one, when I was in New York, I just started thinking about my job and how much I hate my job. It's the simple fact that I don't want to be at my job anymore. Every time that I go into work, I freaking dread the day. And it's not even because the work is hard. It's not because it's boring. Like, it has its moments, it's whatever. I think it's the poor management that I'm dealing with every single day. All caused by one person. I will not name their names. I will even not give their gender, but this person is literally a manager from hell that I deal with and so many others have to deal with every single day. And I usually try to refrain from talking about my job because, again, I'm still a working girl. I'm not getting paid for the internet. I can't just leave, my job and just start, and just keep doing this, even though I think this is going to become an amazing thing for us all, because hello community. But I can't. I still have to work for everything that I want. I need a job, and it just gets so hard when you have to stay at a job because you obviously need the money for your responsibilities, and then you also have to deal with terrible management. It's just such a battle every single day. And me and my, I won't even call them my coworkers. These are now like my friends. It's like we deal with this every single day. And then even with this one particular manager, which is unfortunately, they have to be my manager from my department. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like every time I'm getting out a job, it's like I'm always dealing with a crappy manager. There's only one time I had a good manager and we worked at a gift card store together, and I'm gonna leave it at that. They gonna know who they are. If they ever come across my videos, they know who they are, and they were the best manager I have ever had in all of my working career. This manager that I currently work with, I work in a warehouse, and they are just so I don't even know what to do anymore because I have definitely gave in my complaints. Other people have complained about this person, and it just seems like nobody is trying to actually fix the problem, and that is the biggest issue with my job. We had constant conversations, constant meetings. We do it the right way, as they like to say. It's like, I don't know how much complaints do they need for them to actually realize or even just accept the truth that this person is a problem. Like, this person has micromanaged us. They had stalked us on numerous occasions. They had made very inappropriate remarks about the team. When I tell you, if I was, let's put this in perspective. If I was in this position, I would have been got fired. But because she looks the way she looks, and y'all already know, she's still in this position. And I'm just kind of speaking in like code a little bit because, again, like, I'm still a working girl. I don't need other companies looking at me like, oh, she's talking about jobs, we don't want to hire. Like, no, I'm just trying to speak in code. I'm still going to express myself, but I'm not going to, express too much information. This is just a ranting video. But it's just like, it just pisses me off because I just don't understand what these companies want from us at this point, because we show up every day to the job, we do our work, we clock in, we clock out when we're supposed to, and somehow they find reasons to bring us down. There's so much mental gymnastics that you have to do in order to survive in corporate America. And yes, I said I work in a warehouse, but I still deal with corporate. In a way, I still deal with it. You deal with, like I said, the mental gymnastics. It's a lot of fakeness. There's a lot of, you kind of have to bring in a whole new personality, something that's different than you. You have to act like you're like this certain type of person in order for them to sort of respect you or even like pay you any mind. Like, it's really, really weird. And then when they don't get what they want out of you, they flip. When I deal with this particular manager, that's the manager of my department, they do that to us all of the time. They play this enormous fake game. They try to pretend to be somebody that they are not. and they will act like that they, they care about the job, they care about the clients, they care about what what the companies, they care about company values, but then in the next moment they show how much they really actually don't care. And it's like, do you care about the job or do you not? And then again, there has been moments where this person has came in high, they have came in intoxicated, or for probably alcohol, drugs, whatever, I don't know. This person is crazy, okay? They had come in so inebriated and so out of it that when I tell you, like, they look like a crackhead standing on a corner or on a block. You know how when they be defying gravity sometimes? That's what they looked like one time when they came into work, and no one has said anything. And I'm talking about their superior has seen them and did not say anything, did not reprimand this person at all. If I was the top dog and I saw that, you're immediately getting a drug test. I don't even think it's corporate. It's just whiteness. I think it just comes down to just being a white person in charge. You guys get away with so much. And I know not every white person in charge is a bad person or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But when it comes to instances like this, some of you be going hard for no reason. I have been targeted a lot unnecessarily, and I also think that this person is jealous of me, because there has been times where some of my team members would come up to me and, like, they would ask me questions and I would answer them, and it'd be about anything dealing with what we're doing, or they needed to understand, get more clarity on something. I'm happily to answer that for them. I would see this person stare at me and the other person that I'm talking to. When I tell you, they be across the room, like they be in West Bubble, but they would stare at me every time somebody comes up to me. They would have a look of disgust on their face, and I look at them and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. They came up to me. I can't. I'm sorry. They feel more comfortable with me, but they would stare at me. And then there was a time that they actually talked to me, and it was just like, oh, and it was about two different issues. Cause one, they had an issue with what we were, cause there's a time that me and my team members were talking about something. It's a pretty, I guess you could say, explicit conversation, but it wasn't even that bad. We were really just joking and just, making jokes with each other. It was whatever, right? And keep in mind, we're grown adults. We're grown. But they came to me and was basically saying, like, hey, just be mindful of what you're talking about, because other people could feel offended. And it's like, who's feeling offended in the warehouse? Like, nobody's caring. Everybody here for their little $17 an hour. And then they started talking about how they appreciate how much I'm an anchor to the team, and how, I guess I carry the team and people feel comfortable with me, and they see how people come up to me and talk to me. But basically they were just trying to say, like, hey, if somebody comes to you, just direct them to me. That's basically what they were saying. But in my head, I'm like, I'm not doing it. Because if you want your team to feel comfortable talking to you about anything, you have to build that on your own. You have to build that rapport with everybody to feel comfortable. But because they haven't done the work, it's just not going to happen. And I know they haven't done the work and will not do the work because they actually do not care. They said that to me, so I'm just like, okay. And I just said, okay, I get it. I understand, I will, but I lied because I'm not doing that. That's not my job. I'm not a manager. I've been at the company long enough to know what the heck I'm doing, and I know a lot of information. So it would just make sense for them to come up to me, and I'll be like, quickly answer from like, hey, this means that means that, da-da-da, boom, bada bing, we're good. And it makes it easier for them, and then it's like they don't have to worry about multiple people coming to them and they have to figure it out because they're, they suck under pressure. I guess all this is to say is that we got to get up out of here. I'm sure you're probably dealing with what I'm dealing with. It just be days when I'm just like, why am I here? I don't have to deal with this. Like, I'd be ready to walk out. Like, that's the type of time I'm on. I'd be ready to dart because I just can't. I can't with the mental, because I'm doing a lot of physical work. It's not like a super intensive physical labor. I'm not like lifting everything. No, like it's pretty much repetitive actions, like I never had to work with somebody sick in the head. That's why I'm making this video, because I don't know what else to do. Like, you guys are my HR at this point, because I went to HR, and when we had the meetings after that, it was just like, I don't think they get it. I don't know what needs to happen. I don't know. And it sucks because I see how it has affected my other team members to the point that they feel kind of afraid. to even try to like do anything because they're being so heavily monitored by this person. I'm just like, why are we being treated this way? And it doesn't even make it better when literally the entire team is black and brown people. It literally does not make it better. So I'm just like, why? And it's like, I had dealt with bad managers in the past, definitely, but I feel like on their level it was just more so of like, all right, they had an attitude type of bad. It wasn't on some malicious intent. I feel like this manager that I'm currently working with, they have malicious intent, and that's what scares me. Like, if I get fired, I get fired, you know, but it's going to be for good reason if I do get fired. And I feel like the only time I get fired will probably be because I had did something. Like, it was my choice type. That's the only time I get fired. But anything else, you can't fire me. I think I work with a sociopath. I think the manager I have has malicious intent, and they're always looking for something to get on their, you know, their team members. And it's just sad because, again, we complain about it so much. Like, the amount of times we complain about this person, y'all, it's just a lot. It's just so unfortunate because I just feel like when it comes to these type of spaces, it's like there's a sense of like, oh, because I'm in charge, I get to say what I want. I get to do what I want. You know, I get to be who I want, essentially. And these are usually people who probably had gotten bullied in the past, or probably was at a different job and got treated a certain way. So that, you know, the bullied becomes the bully. And we see that happen so much, especially when they get into law enforcement. We see that a lot with people. You know, it's just this huge power trip, and then on top of that, it just makes you look like a complete loser. Like, you have to be a loser to act like that towards other people. Person just seems to just go out of their way to just always try to like get at somebody. And then when somebody tries to tell them about themselves, it's like they always want to hit it with like, oh, a thank you for letting me know. It's always like, I didn't know I did that. I didn't know that was me. It's like they almost kind of separate it from themselves. And it's like, are you even grasping what we're saying? And this is why I think, like I said, I think I work with a sociopath. I think this person is power tripping. I don't know what to do anymore. I think even my team members don't know what to do anymore. And then even when we're there, you know, we're all at work, we're quiet most of the times because we just don't want to have to worry about somebody interrupting us every 5 seconds and trying to ask us what we're doing every 5 seconds, or what we should be doing and what we need to be focusing on. It's like sometimes it doesn't feel like I'm at work. It just feels like I'm at a prison. It's just hard for me to get through these days. But, you know, I just be pushing through. I be pushing through. I do what I have to do. I collect my little coin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say I get paid $17 an hour. That's all I get paid. They told me they're going to get reviews and we might get a little pay increase. But honestly, the way this company is going, it's going down the drain. We're actually losing a lot of clients. So even if I were to get a pay raise, it's not going to be the raise that I want anyway. So it is what it is. So if you have your feelings about corporate America, working at a warehouse, if you have your stories of that, please share it. I would like to know. Let's just start expressing ourselves and the craziness that we have to deal with, because there's a lot of crazy things that goes in a warehouse that I could have never imagined. Thank you for coming to my random rant. Again, I know it's not the usual videos right now, but again, it's just more so me just chatting, you know. But definitely, I will be back again with another video.